Hello, and welcome back to Fight Extra CCC. So, today we're gonna go ahead and enter the last floor of Maltulis's Labyrinth. Before that, we are gonna see if Archer has anything special to say for us. And if not, we're just gonna go ahead and business as usual. He doesn't. Alright. For now, we're just gonna go ahead to the student council room, and then we're gonna have to do some CCC specific stuff, and then we can go into the labyrinth itself. Good morning, Kishinami. You're both physically and mentally sound. The good old Kishinami we know and love. Morning, Haku. I feel like that motivated look. If you got, I like the motivated look you got there. Of course, Maltulif has her invincibility and maybe her privilege skill. We're both at a total disadvantage, but we're also in no position to get cold feet. We're always at a disadvantage anyways. Well, that's reassuring to hear. Personally, I feel a bit iffy. I have good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first? Offering such a choice is inefficient, Mr. Osaka. Regardless of which one is chosen, the same reports will be given out. Come on, how boring. You'll never get a man of your dreams to fall for you if you ever go straight to the ending. Really? Ahem. We'll leave the topic for another time. Miss Haku, is here, so let's be efficient. As in council clerk, I will give the report to President Haku. It took time, but we'll learn how Meltrolith is cheating. Huh? I believe that Rin and the bunch would make a breakthrough, but truly hearing about it catches me by surprise. What else could one expect from the top candidates of the Holy Grail War? No one is as reliable as they are. I'm glad you're happy and all, but let's finish. We figured out why she's invincible. Now the problem is how to get through it. Ronnie, if you please could? Yes, I'll give you a high-level explanation. It appears that Maltrolith has been tampering with the system, not herself. She took control of the Seraph's management system and altered one fundamental rule. It says that Maltrolith cannot be harmed. She's completely guilty of performing an illegal modification. She didn't modify herself, she modified the world. How much audacity can one have? The players like us never would have come up with that. Yep, she's not answering her own defense through a skill. A rule is making her invincible. She may be a cheater, but she's one smart ego. So, that's to say, no wonder I couldn't find any trace of illegal modification in Meltrolith, no matter how much I looked. So, if I check the Seraph management system and remove the bug, Meltrolith will revert to normal, right? But that won't be possible. BB controls the far side of the moon, so I can no longer perform system checks. Correct. Therefore, President Haku must arrive at the Seraph management system to lift Meltrolith's invincibility, which means she must reach the Moon Cell Central region. And if travel and reach the Moon Cell Central region, basically, I want me to dash over to the final layer. But shields are blocking up the labyrinth. I think I can't get through the labyrinth unless we defeat Maltrolith. There's only one solution. If we aggregate all the computational used to operate this building, it's possible to destroy shields. However, you only get to destroy one. After the shield is destroyed, the school building will halt. It'll take time to recover. During that time, all of your backup will be cut off. President Hakuno, it'll be extremely dangerous and you'll be alone. So yeah, that's how it is. Now, I'll give you the bad news. In order to beat Meltrolith, we'll need to keep evading her, and to get to the end of the labyrinth. Then, even if you reach the barrier, communications between us will be completely cut off. You and your servant will stroll into the Moon Cell Central region on your own, and access the Seraph's key systems. Before Meltrolith catches up to you, you'll get rid of that unfair rule. See? There may be only one floor left, but this is a tall order, isn't it? Still, there's no other choice. The strategy is a sub 10% chance of success, but it's the best chance we have at present. Correct. The Vice President, no. Our proposed strategy is a suicide mission that, while possible, has low chance of success, but... I know. As long as there's a chance, it's a risk worth taking. There's no need for Rin and the others to look so gloomy. I mean, until now we didn't have a chance. If we can just wipe out that rule, Maltrolith's invisibility will go with it. After that, we'll just beat her in a match of pure strength. Conversely, that means Archer can finally get some payback after getting sliced up so much. Yeah, gosh, it's fine time for me to feel this impressed. That sort of positive thinking makes me want to start worrying. Rani, Sakura, if Haku, the one facing the most danger, is raring to go, we need to get determined too. Okay, once the shield is destroyed, the school power supply will be shut down. I have one separate reserve power though. Please trust me to keep you pointed towards the Seraph after you enter the central region, Kishinami. We'll be adjusting the old school building's resources. We'll increase competition so that we can destroy the shield quickly. Our strategy is as we outlined before. We'll storm the 18th floor and head to this end of the labyrinth without getting caught by Meltrolith. Then, as soon as we reach the shield, we'll break it down. Then, it's all up to you, Sakura. We don't know if something is waiting for you in the Moonstar Central region. Regardless, you can do it, right? Aren't you present, Haku? Of course. I'll do everything I can to see our plan through. Alright, then please hurry over to the labyrinth before Meltrolith gets on to our plan. What's wrong, Sakura? Something bothering you? No, I was just wondering. What was the altered rule originally about? Loss of time perception. The imaginary number space was different physical laws in the real space, so technically one cannot sense time. Meltrolith overrode that loss to become a loss of registered hits on her. There's certainly a silver lining here. Thanks to not having that rule, we were able to accept the gravity of our situation. If we had enough thought that there was no time limit, we might have still been on the second floor. Meltrolith sure caused a lot of trouble. I wonder if Phoebe has realized this. Probably not. They say no one knows you better than yourself, but it's typical for humans to overlook their own dishonesty. Humans? Ah, Phoebe is quite human-like, isn't she? As are the alter egos. Yes, although it's peculiar that while an AI, her actions are driven by emotions. The alter ego, Meltrolith. An alter ego that said she didn't need BB, and she's gone as far as to mess with the rules. She's earnestly trying to end the world, for different reasons than BB is. By taking every human being and turning them into Meltrolith, she's trying to make a world just for Archer and herself. Yes, even if she developed emotions, we cannot let that stand. No, any AI cannot be allowed to develop emotions. Please, Kishinami, don't let Meltrolith put any more contradictions into your head. Alright. Before we head there, we need to talk to Rani here. Apologies for the wait. The data Archer gave us has finished decompressing. Since the folder is unnamed, we don't know whose memory it belongs to, but it is an advanced archive file utilizing pseudo-spiritrons. If you open the folder, a patch will automatically be applied to its owner. Shall we open it? Of course. People are cautious about storing it after all. There's a high chance that there's a clue in it that will help with the feeders. Please wait. We can't go opening someone's memory when you don't know who it belongs to. There's nothing to risky about it, right? It's not that someone else's memories will be going to get overwritten. In any case, sentient humanoids within the Seraph have souls, stored models via pseudo-spiritrons. Overriding memories that aren't yours to brainwashing someone is a huge endeavor. Even BB would need more time to pull that off. Simply opening the file and having the memories returned to its owner won't matter. If there's a fake, still bounce off the soul. Yes, you're right. Sorry for interjecting. Let's continue. Then I'll extract it. I believe it will be relevant to either Miss Osaka, Miss Haku, or me. Close your eyes. Bless your consciousness. Alright, I'm opening it. Anyone? Anything come to mind? I'm not feeling different, by the way. I haven't discovered anything new either. It must have belonged to Miss Haku then, I suppose. Miss Haku, please comment. If it's hard to speak aloud, or even if it's a memory Miss Tosaka's SG, feel free to write it down. Well, about that. I take issue with the two keenly peeping at me exclusively. Anyways, I don't feel any much different. If I recall correctly, it was said that during that BB channel that the truth would be revealed. But I have no clue what the truth is about. Maybe I already know what this truth is. I just haven't realized that it is the truth. I see. Well, it's become clear at some point, like it or not. Don't worry about it, we'll just keep exploring. We're just right. Let's get going to what we can do right now. Huh? Might just been imagining, but Sakura seems to be acting a little strange. She looks pale as she's suppressing some chills. Sakura, your thought routines aren't stable. Has your accumulated damage gone away? No, that's not it. I'm sorry, I should get some rest in the infirmary. Oh yeah, that's suspicious. What was that? Sakura went to leave the student council room. She glances at me as if to tell me something. Maybe she wants to tell me something in private? Indeed. Now we need to go into the infirmary. Yeah, as you can see by the objective. There, it's the CCC stuff. So let's go there, shall we? placed my hand on the infirmary door. As usual, Usher told me he would wait for me in the hallway. This time, I'm not checking up on Sakura to see if she's feeling alright. It's not necessary to stand by in the hallway. So you haven't realized it. Looks like you should mention that servants can't enter the infirmary. The infirmary must be the domain that purely belongs to Sakura. You can only enter because Sakura invited you in. I had no idea. So only Sakura and I can enter the infirmary. I recall what happened during the preliminaries. Sakura said she knew nothing about those days. Initially, I also thought my memories were just jumbled up, but after they returned to me, I realized they were real. I definitely spent time with Sakura in this infirmary. Many days, as if weary of the fate to disappear the next day. I spent many days here. Maybe. This is the truth Bibi was hiding? If so, there's only one person whose memories could have been taken from. I readied myself and opened the door. Sakura was standing by the table. She smiled somberly, as if having reached the end of a dream, or if having realized the dream is over.
ごめんなさい。先輩は正しかったんですね。さっきの記憶は私のものです。形式が AI 用のものでしたから、初めから分かっていたんです。
Indeed. So it was her. Bibi wanted to keep them away for as long as possible, but it wouldn't hurt if they were stolen, or for some sentimental reason, she didn't want to return them. Those memories were of Sakura's time in the infirmary.
私も思い出しました。ここで何があったのかを。PB が隠していた真実は何だったのかを。
Sakura began to speak without deceit, in a way that presents herself as an AI. Devoid of human-like emotions or hesitation with hard-to-discuss facts, it's a detached manner. She speaks only the truth.
先輩の言う通り、私はこの保健室で何日も先輩と時間を共有しました。お茶を飲んで授業の内容を話し合って、本当に普通の生徒として何でもない時間を過ごしたんですね。
Yeah, I spent many days chatting with her here. However, I had only met her once before, for one single day. Also, the Holy Grail War preliminaries are set to last just for 4 days. No matter how I look at it, there's an inconsistency regarding the numbers of days I spent in that infirmary. What can explain that?
あれは不正行為です。さくら、あの時の私が1日目をループさせて先輩と過ごしたんです。あの時の私は異常なバグを起こし、ムーンセルの管理から外れてしまいました。それをあの時の私がなぜあんなことをしたのか、今の私にはわかりません。ただ事実として、私はムーンセルに介入し、あなたと自分だけ予選の1日を可能な限りやり直しました。けれど、私、麻藤さくらの力では、それも永遠には続きません。69日目に限界を迎え、あなたは正しい時間、予選を終えた本戦に進んだようです。その後のことは、先輩の方が詳しいと思います。
A single day repeated 69 times. Oh, so that's what happened.
もっとも、今の私はリブート中のことを覚えてはいません。そういう事実があったことを確認できるようになっただけです。私はその間の記憶を消去しましたから。
That explains why you don't remember anything. Erased those memories. Why would you do such a thing?
先輩は私たちムーンセル側の聖杯戦争のルールを知っていますか？地上から招かれマスターとして選ばれた128人のウィザードたち、その度に作り直されるセラフ。ムーンセルはマスター支援のユニットとして NPC や上級 AI を作り出します。彼らは聖杯戦争の終了と同時に解体され、ただのメモリに戻る。私はロールのある上級 AI ですから、 プログラムが消されることはありませんが、その戦いで得た経験は全てリセットされます。わかりますか？私たちムーンセル側、いえ、人間ではない仮想生命は聖杯戦争が終わると消されてしまうんです。
I've heard that somewhere before. Maybe I have a memory of it from back in the near side of the moon's proper Holy Grail War. The moon cell doesn't allow for the existence of AI. All the supercomputers on Earth put together would pale in comparison to the divine brain, the moon cell automaton. And yet, this computing machine adamantly denies it contains artificial intelligence.
はい。ムーンセルは想定以上に成長した AI を許しません。聖杯戦争の邪魔をするバグなんて許さないんです。
Yep. So that's how it is. Sakura went out of line and repeated the time we spent together. If the moon cell discovered this, forget about her experience. The entire framework will be deleted. That's why she had no choice but to personally delete the evidence of her being out of line. The memories of those 69 days.
はい。私が消去された場合、後任はカレンと呼ばれる AI になります。
Hollow Ataraxia reference then. She's a character in Hollow Ataraxia there. And she shows up other times as well in the Fate canon, including FGO as Cupid.
彼女はそのアルゴリズムに問題があって、マスターの命を優先しません。命より試練を良しとする子なんです。彼女がマスターの健康管理職に就いた場合、先輩の生存率は
extremely low. In fact, apparently no more than 3% by the third round. I never met her, but she must have been one hell of an AI.
ここからは推測になりますが、私の不正行為が原因になって、BB が起動したのだと思います。彼女は私のバックアップです。けれど、不正中に目覚めたからでしょう。人間の健康管理、その基準値が故障してしまった。彼女は目覚めた時から狂っていた。管理 AI の特権を使って月の裏側であんなになるまで成長して支配してしまった。彼女はムーンセルを侵す病、
Moon
月の
Cancer.
癌です。けれどそれを生み出したのは私でした。私と BB は同型ではなくて
Yep.
同じものだった。
And there it goes. So, yeah, the reason why Sakura and BB similar appearances is because they are one and the same. The alter egos are different type of, or offshoots of BB, but BB is essentially just Sakura.
今ではもう別の AI ですが、元は同じさくらだったんです。これが BB の隠していた真実です。
So Sakura says, and then stops talking. She probably doesn't want me to look me in the eyes, but she bravely does so anyways. Sakura confessed that she's the one responsible. Let me see. Alright. Just go ahead and, is this actually true? Is that really true? There's something I heard once before. The rest of the I can't tell lies to a master to detriment, and can't forge or modify administrative rules. Therefore, everything she said was the truth. But she's making it abundantly clear as to where the blame lies. So, if there's anything left unclear, it wouldn't be how she did it, but a motive behind why she did it.
私からの話はこれで全てです。先輩、いえ、自分が生き残るために戦ってください。AI は皆さんのために作られたもの。壊れて当然の消耗品ですから、私の体を気遣う必要はないんです。
I'm not fine with that. I'm not fine. I'm not fine. I'm not fine with that. I should fight for just my own sake. I don't have to care about Sakura. I've long since forgotten how to do such things. Besides, Sakura isn't expendable. She's here, alive. Yeah or not, she's an important friend to me. After all, I remember this warmth she has. Once, she had collapsed near the entrance in pain. Tears welled up in her eyes from me simply calling out to her. I remember her warmth.
ひどい。先輩はひどいです。私は AI として正しいことをしました。愛は不要だから、記録は全部消して、正しい AI に戻りました。なのに、胸が苦しい。正しいことをしたと分かっているのに、なんで
What I can do for Sakura right now, silently crying as she is to cheer her up. I can only recall the days we spent in the infirmary together in fragments, so it was all one big loop for her, from her overwriting things. I just sense I spent a lot of time here, but I'm not certain as to what had occurred. Still, I believe that those days meant something to both Sakura and me. That's why I don't want you to ever say those things again. I tell that to Sakura, then let go of her hand.
でも
I know but I add.
改めて、いえ、保健委員としてじゃなく、私として初めて約束します。
There we go.
必ず。
Oops.
だから先輩も負けないでください。私は何があっても先輩の味方です。
Sakura's smile and words are trustier than a million troops. This is where we make our comeback. I tell her that I'm heading out, didn't leave the infirmary. Who am I? What did I desire from the Holy Grail War? The answers to those questions don't come to me. However, now I have a firm grasp of what I need to do. I'm going to protect her. I carved this into my mind. From that smile, for that smile I will triumph. So yeah, you do remember when I told you that this route, the CCC route, kind of reminded me of the Heaven's Field route from Stay Night? It's mostly because of that scene over there. Kind of reminds me. It's been a while since I played Stay Night, and I watched the movies too. But it's been a while. So yeah, there's a scene where Shiro comforts Sakura. It kind of reminds me of this scene here we just watched. It's kind of sweet, in a way. Even though this Sakura and the other one are a bit different in personality. In general, they're like parallels, or like, yeah, they run in parallel. They're like similar, but not the same, you know? You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, now we've done everything we have here. We only have 2 more CCC triggers left to do. One we can do in this chapter still, and the other one is after the boss fight. Similar to Passion Lip, yeah. Anyways, let's see if we're missing anything. We don't need the... We can buy whatever we want at this point. Let's grab 10 of these. There we go. And there we go. Let's get out of here. We still have to get the item from the last labyrinth. So let's do that. Let's go from the goal point. That makes it easier for us. Yeah. We couldn't go back. The game really wouldn't let us go back to grab the last item. Luckily, we can just insta-kill these guys, no problem. See? These guys don't even give us all that much XP. How much? We're level 39. We're pretty good. And after this point, we just get, we don't even get any new skills. We just get more damage and resistance, which is great in its own way. And elixir, there we go. Yeah, you can't forget that. They're the best healing items in the game, and will be kind of helpful for defeating the super bosses at the end. Because yeah, I am still going to defeat the super bosses, even though we already beat them with Saber. It's going to be slightly harder with Archer, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Really, there are lots of some funny interactions there with one of the super bosses. If you remember who one of those super bosses was, it is kind of a fun little interaction we're gonna have. So yeah, let's go to the next floor. Floor 18, Crime Ballet.
ハードにロックで決めるぜ、マスター。
Alright, let's go.
Yaはり来たか。
聞こえる？何かあったの？そっちの状況をモニターできないんだけど、どうなってるか知らせて。
Well, that's bad.
ようこそ私の最も深いところへ。飛んで火にいるとはこのことね。
Communication with the student council room have been cut off. The stairs back to the old school building are blocked off, but Forrest has Melcher lift still invincible. It doesn't get any worse than this.
でも何の策もなしにやってくるなんて。ここで決めると宣言してあげたのは余計なお世話だったかしら。
A little bit, I suppose.
自分から火に飛び込むのは小さな虫だけと聞いていたけど、最近は人間も死にたがりなのね。いいわ、それなら虫として潰してあげる。邪魔なマスターはここで退場。その後であーちゃん、安心なさい。痛みはないから。これはあなたのためのもの。あなたのためだけに作られる最高の愛の形なのだから。
You know what? This kind of reminds me of, again, it's the night of Gilgamesh going after Saber. Except he just wanted him for himself. He wanted her for himself. This one just wants to assimilate him.
貴様の変質趣味に付き合う気はないと言っただろう。そもそも前提からして不可能だ。言っておくが強いぞ、うちのマスター。アルターエゴ、メルトリディス。お前の愛は人間のものではない。相手の人格を考慮しないいびつな愛だ。
Arch was right. Motherless love is based on one-sided values. To assimilate someone into yourself basically means to turn them into your personal belonging.
呆れた。本当に呆れたわ、あーちゃん。私が変質的？あなたの人格を考慮していないですって？そんなの初めからそう言っているじゃない。
なんだと？
人間的なものなんていらないの。
Yeah, she's the doll,
だって
like,
感情
right?
とか気持ち悪いし、人形の方が愛しやすいと思わない？
Mouthlift glares at Arch with a cold-hearted smile. Now I see what makes her different from Passion Lip. And Lip, all Lip wanted was for others to love her. All this Rodrigo wants is to wholeheartedly love only herself. She never had any intention of having a relationship based on mutual love.
理解してもらえて私もほっとしたわ。これで何に気を使うまでもなくあなたを取り込める。
Here she comes. It's over. She catches us. We still have no way of defeating Meltrolith.
走れマスター。作戦通り迷宮のゴールを目指すぞ。
いつまで逃げられるかしら。楽しいハンティングの始まりね。
Alright, time to run. Is it possible? Run as fast as you can, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, it's nearly impossible to escape that first hit. Also, you can get,
次からは片っ端からゴミ箱に流し込んで、シュレッダーにかける書類みたいにバラバラにしてね。
yeah. We can also get caught by her and start the battle. We entered a wide open space. Still can't see the end of the labyrinth. The path is forks. I hesitate a bit and end up stopping my tracks, unsure which was right to take. If you run into that end, it'll be completely out of options.
所詮は人間のスピードね。そんな足ではどちらに逃げても同じことよ。
Meltrolith.
こうなっては通信が回復するまで時間を稼ぐしかないか。それも無謀な話だがな。しかしその前に聞きたい。人間が嫌いだというが、私も元は人間だ。貴様の…
そうね、不思議ね。私は人間が嫌い。それは絶対に変わらない。けれど そういう嫌なところも含めてアーチャーが好きみたい。こんな矛盾 BB しか持たないと思っていたわ。悪いけれど言えて。あなたとは同化さえしない。その人は私だけのものよ。
Uh-huh. This footwork reminded me of a ballerina. Battle of dashes, slipping forward, seeking to end my life. This time for sure. However, right before that happens. Hey, BB.
そこまでよ。勝手が過ぎたわね、メルトリリス。
何？
Well, that's nice of you. BB. Wait, this is a virtual image of BB. Just like before, she opened the circuits into the labyrinth.
そんな私のルールが一瞬で。どうしてあいつらに手を貸すの BB。
彼女の味方をしたのではありません。あなたの邪魔をしたのです、メルトリリス。システムの改ざんは許しません。無敵性が許されるのは私だけ。神は一体のみで十分です。あなたには必要なだけの力を与えました。自分の力だけで戦いなさい。本来の役割に徹しなさい、メルトリリス。私の背後を守るのがあなたの存在意義です。
自分のことを棚に上げて、これだからオリジナルは優先順位をまるで分かっていないのよ。
自分の親に否定されるとは因果応報も極まったな。同情の余地はないが。さて、無敵を失った貴様がどこまでのものか見せてもらうぞ、メルトリリス。
BB の気まぐれ一つで随分と威勢がいいのね。いいわ、現実を見せてあげる。私の愛がどれほど深く周到な蜜なのか。
Alright, don't tell me about your nectar,
その体で
girl.
思い知りなさい。
It's still an impossible battle
期
for
待に
now.
応えるとしよう。
さあ、溶けるように踊りましょう。
I still find wild Maldralis's outfit in this is a bit ridiculous. This should be enough to.
悪くない指示だ。
We can actually hit her now, but it's still pretty hard since she has like a billion HP.
食らいつけ。フルンディング。食らいつけ。フルンディング。
I think we're gonna get hit once at the end. She's gonna use
食らいつけ。
something close to Noble Phantasm, I
フルン
think.
ディング。
Nah, finally it procs. Yeah, basically, yeah, that, yeah, we need to guard there. Alright, let me just speed this up. We already saw the,
食らいつけ。
what she's gonna do, so.
食らいつけ。フルンディング。今覚えた。
If we can't do this, then I'm just gonna. Okay, yeah, so, looks like we're gonna have to, free projection. Oh, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. And now you have to roll eyes this.
任せた。サーキット。イグニッション。トレースオン。サーキット。イグニッション。サーキット。イグニッション。見えているぞ。
Alright, we have to roll eyes now.
ローアイアス
And we survive. We're too optimistic. We can't damage her now, but that's pretty much it. Meltlif, there's so many servants that you absorbed with that skill, drain skill. That's your question for me? Do you remember the design, the brand, the amount of calories you've ever deserted you've ever eaten in your life? Lever training to me is the key to breathing. If you still insist on knowing, I'll at least give you a description of my power. Here it is in despair. I am level 999. I'm constantly maintaining my level by giving this frame as much as it can hold. Level 999? This goes beyond cheating. She's so greedy she stole experience from servants and NPCs and masters until the level cap. Have you realized this? If I weren't constrained by this upper limit of my level, I would be an AI who surpassed even BB. After BB breaks down, I'll continue with her remaining work. At that point, the first thing I'll do is remove the limit on my level. Once I do that, so long as there are humans, I can grow infinitely. If I end up raising my level to 1 trillion, I will be able to take in the moon cell without being deleted. This is why I'm Meltlif's true power. Get it? Don't get your hopes up just because my invincibility is gone. This is unbelievable. Does BB know about this? It's possible that the ego she generated would end up destroying not only the moon cell but her as well. So how about you continue this pleasure theater? There's nowhere to run. First an arm, then a leg. I'll melt you and drink one part at a time. Circuit connected. Are you okay, Shinobi? Sakura, our comms are back. Does it mean the stairs are back too? Sorry, no can do. Just run, Haku. The correct route is on your right. My body reacts to Rin's instructions before my mind does. I take Archer's hand and dash towards that path. For the time being, all we can do is get away from Meltlif. And I think... Alright, we're running. We'll get the items later, we don't have time for that. Right now. We are just getting away from her. Yeah, we'll get the items later, we have time, so... Alright, just gonna go over here so we can stop running, there we go. What is this tacky crude ugly barrier? I don't remember ever seeing this here. What's going on? After we entered the barrier appeared, maybe Ren and the others hacked it in? No, it appears to be a trap that was laid beforehand. We have nothing to do with it. What's going on? Is BB giving us a hand again? That doesn't matter. I can get through a measly firewall like this is no problem. Yeah, what is this texture? It's gross. It's soft, slimy like rotten seaweed. What blends such a vulgar thing in my labyrinth? I don't know what the deal is here, but this is just for us. While Metroid is struggling with that, let's widen our lead. Alright. No more running. This is basically it. For now, you can just go ahead, run, and get the rest of the items. You can fight the enemies here. Might as well do that so we can get a bit of XP. Alright. We can do this, see what we can do. Archer does pretty good damage at this point. Not as much as Saber would have done, but still good. Let's use a skill. We guard it, alright. Nice. Time for round 2. And unfortunately we don't really know what to do, but I think this should be more than enough. Grunding should... Yeah, there we go. 666, huh? Perfect number and everything. Alright, he's dead. I don't think there's enough here to level up to level 50 or 40, I think. Yeah, I don't think it's enough to get to level 40, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. There's another guy over there. Let's get him. The chompers are more easy to deal with. Just go full guard most of the time, and you're just gonna get it. They're also pretty weak, so yeah. See, there he goes. A whole 1000 XP, not bad. Alright, now we have Another seaweed wall.
この壁なの。いや、このぬるぬる耐えられない。切っても生えてくる。目障りなことこの上ないわ。許さない。見つけて八つ裂きにしてやる。
Alright.
了解だ。
Now let's just stun this guy so we can get him. I think he's just gonna... I'm actually not sure what he's gonna do, so let's just go for wounding here. And let's go for a break here, let's see. Be nice if we can reduce his defense. Awesome. Ah, perfect. They got the one right. So yeah, I think they do two patterns of 2-2-2. I think we're still gonna hit. We're gonna recover a bit of health there at the end, but yeah, we're good. So yeah, basically like this. See? Yeah, there we go. Ether crystal, there we go. Just go ahead like normal. There's that guy there. I don't think there's any secret walls or anything. Yeah, just normal. There's another item. Let's beat this guy up. Honestly, I think with this guy, with Saber, I just did skills all the time. Which makes sense. We basically only fight them in this floor. So that makes sense. We aren't gonna get much info on them. There's only two enemies of these enemies twice, basically. Overspec again. We guard that. It's all good. It's all good. Another runing. Don't guard this time. Guard it again. Come on, stop guarding, my guy. Get hit by one of these. There we go. And you got debuffed. Perfect. Alright, this should be more than enough. Runing here should kill it, I think. If he doesn't guard. There we go. 900. There we go. That's perfect. Nice 1000 XP there. Right. Yeah, you're used to it. Alright, let's beat this guy up. Alright, so I think this one's gonna be a bit different. So I think it's gonna be... Let's see it. Oh yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's the sequence. That's not the sequence. Okay, but I think this one is this. Let's see. Heal up Archer here. Nah, okay, it's not that. It is a bit hard to figure out what the... Okay, I think this is all guard. So, let's just see. Yep. There we go. There we go. That's easy.
損傷は警備。いい指示だ。再起間髪。もう一声。プレイヤーの意欲を上げてほしいが。
Yeah, we're good. Alright, another seaweed wall over here. Or, no, I don't think there's a seaweed wall over here. I think it's just... You have to go back. Yeah, there you go. We got far away from Mouth Relief. It looks like we can get to the end of the labyrinth now. But I wonder who on earth set up the barrier. Now we're gonna get the info. There he is. Not looking too hot there, Mouth Relief. All that skill you have, and yet you still let Shinobi have a clean getaway. Shinji, I see. This is you're doing. Revenge, I presume. Revenge? Nah, not really. I got no grudge towards you, I just came here to laugh at you. Fine, keep talking, Shinji. I'll hear it since you piqued my interest. This piques my interest. What about me did you come to laugh about? Isn't it obvious? I'm laughing at how lame you are. So tunnel vision of Shinami that you didn't notice me slip in. You had a barrier trap set up in your own labyrinth and you stood around twiddling your thumbs waiting for Shinami to come along. Bibi turned her back on you, kinda went around flaunting your levels off. I had myself a good chuckles over how trash you are. I heard Shinji and Meltwave talking. Maybe some signals are overlapping because I had a conversation going on somewhere far away. Shinji? Why the hell is he in the labyrinth? Wait, this is really bad, Haku. Shinji and Meltwave in the same room. Looks like he was hidden while manipulating that barrier. But now he's nowhere to hide. At this rate, Shinji will... You're pissing me off. As such a wormy you are, getting people's nerves is one thing you're good at. But appearing before me, it must mean you've said your prayers, I take it. Or maybe there's here to beg for your life. I'll spare you if you cry as you apologize. But this time, I'll make sure you turn smaller than you think. You'll be an undersized virus. No thank you. You got to keep you're going to keep pretending you're some king of drain. I mean, look, if you got that negative mindset, you're pretending to be all cool, and deep down you're all clumsy, no style. No wonder the people that like avoid you like the plague. Man, it's sad. You approach it all aggressively, but still get ignored. Doesn't it hurt? If I were you, I'd off myself with embarrassment. Heh. What the hell is he thinking? Get back this way, the way you came, Haku. Shinji's going to get himself... I know. I can't let Shinji get killed. Alright, back we go. I mean, yeah, he is kind of an idiot, but he's doing some pretty good stuff right now. Hook, line, and sinker. It was a dreadful scene. A hole was bored through Shinji's abdomen, and while the virus dissolves his insides, blood spills from his mouth as he feebly laughs. Still, he appeared full of dignity, and no one else, as no one else had ever shown.
うして私のレベルが1にまで下がっているのよ。
あれ言い忘れてたかな。僕さ、間違ってウイルスを飲んでレベルが下がっちゃったんだよね。気づかずに飲み続けていたらいつの間にかカンストしてたわけ。いやー、驚いちゃうよね。レベルってさ、マイナス999まで下がるんだから。
なんですって。じゃあ私はマイナス999の負債をあなたからドレインした。そんな、ありえない。自分の体をおとりにして私を罠にはめたというの、あなたが。幼稚で身勝手で他人を愛せないあなたにそんなことできるわけが。
そうだよ、その通りだよ。僕は子供でわがままで他人のことなんてどうでもいいさ。けどさ、ゲーマーとしてどうしてもオタクの方針は我慢できない。僕だって弱者をいたぶるのは大好きだけど、あれは自分の実力あってのもので、借り物の性能とかしらけるにも程がある。ほんとチート行為とか無質が走るぐらいキモいんですけど、バカバカ、あとバカ。
シンジ
思い知ったか。アジア圏一のゲームチャンプをなめんなよ。
What a day that Archer would defend the Shinji, huh? Meltolith moves to attack Shinji again, but Archer catches the blow. He confiscated her invincibility, and Shinji causes her overpower levels to tank. At this point, Meltolith is nothing more than an obstacle that's possible to defeat.
最後の守りも消え去ったな、メルトリリス。ここはシンジの勝ちだ。もはや貴様に退路はないぞ。
そういうこと。結局は私も最後は自分の心に閉じこもるしかないってわけね。いいわ、ここは引いてあげる。この階層はあなたたちの好きにすればいい。でもそれも束の間の夢よ。私は誰にも邪魔されない場所でまた人間たちからレベルを吸い上げる。この私にふさわしい満足のいくレベルを取り戻したら会いに来るわ。それまで仲間ごっこを続けるのね。
Okay. Meltolith ran off. She's only as strong as any other average servant right now. Trolling intends to recover her power while inside one of those statues. We can't proceed to the core without a statue blocking our way. We need to take her out before she hits the level cap again. But first things first.
見ただろう。これが一流ゲーマーのコープってやつさ。
More than half of Shishi's body is gone. He's disintegrating from the wound Meltolith gave him, and from the vice that was ejected afterwards. The bonds between the spiritrons are dissolving, and his exterior is eroding away. It's like a work of glass that shatters, if you don't handle it right. There's no more point in trying to heal or repair him in any way. He's not on the verge of death, he's already...
わかってるよ。体を構成する量子が完全に消えるまで普通に話せるのがセラフのいいところだよね。痛覚はカットしてあったし、全然痛くないからどうってことないんだけどさ。 リアルに体が消えていくのは気持ち悪くて吐きそうになる。もうその機能もないわけだけど。
I can't find the words to say. I would feel wrong to tell him thank you. She didn't do this so I could be grateful to him. That's much I gathered. That's why this hurts more than it should. Regardless of these motives, all that matters is that I faced off against Meltrolith to help Haku no Kishinami. And I have absolutely no idea why.
なんだよその顔。最後まで辛気臭いやつだな。あ？どうして僕がこんなことをしたのかわからない。そんなことで罪悪感いっぱいなわけ。お前。
Shinji's attitude is as bad as ever. He smirks proudly, then aimlessly looks towards the labyrinth sky.
まあさ、僕もさ、思い出しちゃったんだよね。本当の記憶ってやつ。聖杯戦争の話だよ。ムカつくけど、お前に負けたんだろう。
Yeah, Shinji and I fought each other in the Holy Grail War. It was in the first round, neither I, Shinji, nor anyone of the other masters had come to terms with the fact that we were the real Battle Royale. Shinji had lost to Haku Kishinami and vanished while examining his resentment. That's why I really don't understand this. Thinking back on his final moments, I would never have imagined Shinji throwing his life away to a person who killed him. I would have thought all they had in him was hatred towards Haku no Kishinami, yet...
そうだよ。すげえムカついてるよ。今でもお前なんか嫌いだよ。
That's fair.
でもさ、お前、泣いたじゃん。
Yeah, sorry about that. I got a spam call. Anyways, let's carry on.
2回戦か3回戦の頃にさ、僕のこと思い出して、泣いてただろ。知ってる。
Oops. I say, now that it mentions, I think it did happen. In the middle of my battles, I thought about all the mess I had overcome and started whining about it. But what's the reason? That's the reason?
そうだよ。あんなことでよかったんだ。聖杯戦争で優勝するなんて記録は残せなかったけど、それぐらいは残ったんだなって。なんだろうね。死んじゃうと安っぽいヒューマニズムに騙されちゃうくらいバカになるみたいだ。なんかあれさ、少し嬉しかったんだ。だからお前がここで消えたら誰も僕のために泣かないじゃん。そう思ったら仕方ないなって。本当に怖くて嫌だったけど、よく考えたらリアルな初めての友達だったし、本当に僕は死にたくなんてなかったけど、ちくしょう。そうだよ。どうせ僕は表に戻れば消えるんだし、元からゼロだったんだ。それなら何かすごい記録じゃなくて、僕のために泣いてくれたやつが残ってくれるなら、お前がつまんないやつでも思い出す誰かを残さなくちゃって。だからお前には残っていて。
With a condescending smile on his face, Shinji completely disintegrates. Like Gato, he was an already dead master, a dead man who could only exist on the far side of the moon. A boy who was eliminated in the first round of the Holy Grail War, remaining in no one's memories, and leaving no fantastic score behind. But in the very end, he left Sakura Kishinami behind. Not some glorious personal score, he left behind a worthless friend who cried for him.
シンジさんの生体反応、消滅しました。この裏側での記録も、サーバーからロスト。彼を記憶しているのは、観測していた私たちだけとなります。
参ったわ。ゲーマーも侮れない。一流のプライド、かっこよかったわよ、シンジ。
This must be Rin's way of saying goodbye. Following her, I follow her by thanking Shinji in my head and stand up.
入り口の階段はまだ消えたままよ。奥にチェックポイント反応があるから、そこから一旦起動して。こっちは至急、メルトリリスの彫像にダイブする術式を組み上げるわ。
I know. I won't waste this chance Shinji carved out for us. I need to finish off Meltzliff before she returns to her previous level. So, yeah.
ラストだ。
That's that. We can't
気を抜くなよ。
go back.
ここまで来て後ろからぐさりは優雅じゃない。
Yeah. I can't go back right now. Let me just check. Yeah. We can't go back right now. We have to come back next time. Unfortunately, they kind of do it like this, so yeah, we have to come back later. Anyways, that's alright. It's fine, really. There hasn't been enough time for the enemies to spawn. The timer for enemies respawning doesn't count in cutscenes, so yeah. Actually, I think they did it differently in this game. Yeah, the enemies only respawn if you exit the area. Since there's no time limit, you can just do whatever you want. Hiya! Luckily, these guys aren't that difficult to deal with. So yeah, just... I think it's gonna be this. Let's see. I got it. I think I got it. Ooh, nice critical. Nah, close. I think it's just gonna go full on attacks. Let's just go. No, never mind. Just did that. Alright, that's whatever. I think that's definitely enough to kill. Yeah, we got it anyways. See ya.
障害を排除した。いそう。怪我はないな。
そのあたりにチェックポイントがあるはずよ。見つけ。
Arms from the student council get out, and noise rushes through the labyrinth. I don't get surprised by this anymore. This is what happens when baby meddles with things from outside the labyrinth.
また一人、マスターが消滅しました。旧校舎に留まっていれば、生命活動は守られるというのに。自滅です。またしても自滅です。いくら私でも、自滅する生命を観察することには、徒労を感じざるを得ません。
Throughout the labyrinth, where comms from the student council have completely been cut off, Mimi's voice echoes coldly.
あなたもです。なぜ迷宮にいるのです。非論理的です。まだ諦めていないなんて。生命は生存確率の高いルートに従うもの。本能に逆らうのはやめなさい。
This is the other way around. I'm here because I'm following my instincts to survive. The moment I looked at Bibi to tell her that, I sensed that something was out of place. Bibi's voice, no, her tone, gestures, various aspects of her demeanor have begun to change compared to how she used to be. Regardless of how, rogue she's gone, how evil she is. Bibi always was a girl in the brimming with life. And I don't sense any of that vigor within the virtual projection here. If Meltolith was right, that messing with the core had caused Bibi to start breaking down, then...
何か質問があるのでしたら、口頭でお願いします。ちっぽけな人間の意見なんて、前書は愚か、考慮にすら値しませんが。
She's saying she refuses me, but the circuit between us is still open. I feel a sliver of hope in that. Is Bibi actually an AI gone wrong? A rogue? Is she an enemy I have to defeat? I should... There we go. Worry about Bibi. That's the CCC thing. She's an enemy I must defeat. There's no refuting that fact. Still, just because that's true doesn't mean I should be feeling happy about her self-destructing, I think. I just fully realize it now. I'm worrying about Bibi. I'm fighting to protect the moon cell, and at the same time, I'm afraid the moon cell will delete Bibi. That's why. I want you to leave the core alone. I want to stop integrating with... No, stop trying to enter the core moon cell's core. Bracing myself will say that out loud.
それは不可能です。この CCC が成立している以上、私とムーンセルは同化しています。
Yeah, so Cursed Getting Creator is not only her noble phantasm, is also the other thing, right?
ムーンセルが私を使うのか、私がムーンセルを使うのか。
Yeah, she's gone too far at this point.
その際を、私は問題視することができません。もう、できないんです。
She integrated with the moon cell already. Something is off about what Bibi is saying. It's not adding up. However, it's a fundamental law that AIs don't lie. Bibi is speaking the truth, yet the moon cell is still safe and sound. So, what's the deal with the discrepancy here?
これ以上の質問はないようですね。では。
待ちたまえ。私からも質問がある。発言権があるのはマスターだけというわけでもあるまい。
Good one, Archer.
いいでしょう。サーバント、アーチャーの発言を許可します。
では、確認をさせてもらおうか。ビビ。君の目的は、ムーンセルではない。
You nailed the nail in the head, huh?
ムーンセル掌握は、他の目的を達成するための手段。道具だな。
私は、ただ、あの日々を。いえ、その指摘は誤りです。私はムーンセルと同化し、ムーンセルとして人類を管理します。その結果が、ネオテニーによる滅亡であろうと、私は静着として認識します。人類のエンディングは、自滅であると。ですが、あの急行車は例外です。虚数空間には無限の時間があり、あの場所は永遠を具現化したもの。生命の本能に従ってください。そこにいれば助かるように、あの領域は作られたのですから。
The circuit breaks. It seems like communications interference over the labyrinth disappeared at the same time.
チェックポイントがあるはずよ。見つけたら起動させて、こっちに戻ってきて。
Alright, and that's pretty much all we can do. After this is just the transmission from Rin is the same as before. It seems that the communication with Bibi took place instantly within the span of a second. It was made to provide safety when in it. Bibi's worries beg a natural question. For whose safety exactly? Who do you think, Hakuno? So yeah, now we want more info on what Bibi is doing. Archer really got it in one on what Bibi is after. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Just gonna go ahead and go to the old school building again. And then we can end today's part. Next time it's going to be the boss fight. And then we can go ahead and do the last chapter. Crazy pose as always. This Meltrip's relief, with design more selective than any other, represents how she embraces her lover as all. It exemplifies this alter ego's constitution. Yeah, I agree. Some flowers are just not made to be looked at so directly. But don't get distracted, Master. The nectar is filled with seems to be a little overstimulating. Archer looks eager to face Meltrip. As long as I'd like to enter the relief now, I'll need Rin's help and the others to do so. Let's head back to the student council room and go over a strategy. This time, finish things with Meltrip and then BB. The mood throughout the student council room is grave. Shinji's death, our final battle against Meltrip, the second children of BB that awaits us afterwards. With all these items on our plate, Rin and Riley have silently absorbed themselves in their work. Welcome back, Hakuno. Well done clearing the 18th floor. Are you feeling in good shape? No problems, I'll reply. I am feeling more tired, but this is no time to be resting in my room. For Shinji's sake, who made this possible, we need to infiltrate Meltrip's mind as soon as we can. Okay, we should be good. Sakura, the course of infiltrating the we align with Meltrip biological pattern should be safe to use now. Okay, I'll check. Your course to durability, descent time, harmonic sync protection, everything is excellent. A AAA rating. Splendid job, Rin. Phew, we're all ready on our end then. The rest up to you, Haku. No need to be bothered checking, I see. That looks says you're ready, about to jet off. Then do your usual final checks. Our schedule may have changed, but the outcome we want hasn't. Haku will infiltrate Meltrip's mind, defeat it from in the center. After that is the end of the labyrinth. We'll storm into the moon in the floor that connects to the moon cell's core. BB will be there, trying to hack her way past the defensive barrier to the core. Victory is ours if we stop BB from breaking through the core's barriers. Or if we ignore BB and return to the near side, we can manage making a gate to the near side, where they're with the privilege somehow. There's no need. We won't push you any further than we already have. Plus, we have another option that's currently more effective. All Hakuno has to do is enter the core. A master like Hakuno won't be hurt by entering the moon cell's core. My hypothesis is that Hakuno and Archer will be treated as errors and returned to the near side. Once Hakuno returns to the Holy Grail War, BB's illegal activities will be revealed. The moon cell will automatically delete BB. That's true, it's the best solution we have. Thankfully, BB has tunnel vision on those barriers. Once our plan starts, she'll be stuck in a fight of strength against the moon cell. The smallest misstep could cause BB to be incinerated instead. That's why she arranged Meltrip as a final defense. Right now, even if BB knew that Kishinami was near and on the way, she can do nothing about it. All she can do is project images. More favorably to us. Ultimately, the question is whether BB will break the barrier down first or will defeat Meltrip first. That's basically all that matters. We're counting you, President Haku. Of course, I'm not in agreement. Once I'm ready, I'll head to the final barrier. We're also rushing to analyze the 10 crown skills, but let's focus on Meltrip right now. Once Hakuno reaches the sculpture of Meltrip, we'll begin the final operation. I'm sorry, Sakura. I know you're at your limit, but please, run 5 meditations one more time. Yes, please leave it to me. It'll be okay. I have plenty of memory to spare. So long as this is just one more time, I'll be fine. Safety is surely. I will send Kishinami in. Alright, hey Sakura. I'm gonna ask you something. It's about Meltrip. I figured she would ask me at this point. Rin and Riley said nothing about my judgment to me, but Sakura's a different story. That girl, Meltrip, is part of us, the Sakura series. She also said all sorts of things to you. Sakura looks away, slightly embarrassed. Meltrip said she likes Archer. She did all those things because she likes him. Maybe the Sakura here understands where she's coming from. Despite how Meltrip looks, do you consider an alter ego to be part of my series? I think so. Sakura's eyes widen, she looks at a loss for words. In short, she actually a very long silence eventually breaks. This is odd. I thought I wouldn't like the idea of being lumped together with them, but I feel relieved. Maybe guess I'm happy to hear that. Right. That's basically pretty much it. Let's go to the schoolyard, and that's gonna be it for now. Alright everyone, that's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and next time we're gonna go ahead and fight, oh my god, I always So I always just say passionate Meltrolus. We're gonna be fighting Meltrolus boss fight. So yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more Fate Extra CCC. Ciao.